Zone in Florida are beginning to survey the damage caused by Ian's wrath. News 12's Virginia Huey spoke to a few of them today. She joins us now. Virginia.
Joe, many of the Long Islanders I spoke with chose to hunker down in their Florida homes as Hurricane Ian carved a path of destruction across Florida. Today, they're coping with the massive damage and cleanup ahead.
All night long, we heard branches banging off the roof and slamming into the side of the house.
Michael Rainier of Huntington says it was a terrifying 4 hours as Hurricane Ian tore through western Florida. Rainier was visiting his parents in Venice when Ian's powerful winds knocked out power and rattled the house.
You know, at one point, we were kind of waiting for the roof to disappear. We were waiting for it to blow off. It sounded like standing behind a 747 with the engines running. It was just a high-pitched scream of a wind that just kept going for 4.5 hours. Pretty impressive.
And extremely destructive. The force of the hurricane knocked down massive trees and steel street signs in the neighborhood.
We have a huge tree blocking the exit to our court. We have neighbors that lost their pool screens, just completely blown away. We have trees down in the middle of the lake. The roads, of course, are completely flooded.
Ian was downgraded to a tropical storm this morning. It was still churning through central Florida when News 12 spoke with Chuck Wilkinson of Ponce Inlet.
The amount of flooding is incredible.
Wilkinson moved from Port Jefferson to the Barrier Island near Daytona 7 years ago. He showed us Ian's wrath from the second-floor balcony of his condo.
There's a curfew. You're not allowed on the roads. No, there are no cars right now. It's really, it would be totally unsafe.
We've just kind of been nervous since last night about how the storm was going to turn out.
This was David Rainier's first major Florida hurricane after moving to Fort Myers from Huntington 2 years ago. He rode out the storm at his in-laws' house and hasn't been able to survey the damage at his house yet because the roads are flooded.
Trees were bending to the ground almost. They were snapping in half like they were twigs. We saw sheet metal flying through the air.
Now, if you'd like to help the victims of Hurricane Ian, we have some links to organizations doing relief work. Just log on to your website at news12.com and click on Numbers and Links.